Hello, LifeVantage. This is Darren Jensen coming to you live from the Southern Command Center here in my home office in Mapleton, Utah. It's so good to be here with you today. And today's continuation of our personal development series. And I have one of our own from LifeVantage, Kai Hayes, who is an Elite Pro 8 with us here. And we're going to be talking about her new book that she just wrote, which is called Lion at Heart. And if you can see Kai right now, you can see her book in the background. How are you doing, Kai?
Hi. Hi, Darren. How are you?
I'm doing great. And it's such a pleasure to have you with all of us today. And I really love the cover of your book, Lion at Heart. I mean, it's just an awesome cover.
Absolutely. Me too.
Well, before we get into talking to Kai about the book, let me read to you a little bit of her bio, just so that you can get to know her, and then we'll talk to her about her life story. So Kai, as I mentioned, is an Elite Pro 8 with us here at LifeVantage. She's a former corporate executive who worked as a top sales director for a Danish company called GN Comtex Limited. She's founder and owner of WPTI EasyLink Services Telecoms. She's a certified life coach, a successful business banker at Wells Fargo Bank in Austin, Texas, and now a successful global entrepreneur in network marketing. She came from a humble beginning, born in the Philippines. Kai lived an impoverished life with little to no resources. She discovered courage and greatness within her. Her determination propelled her to overcome numerous barriers in life. Today, Kai is mother to her son, Nico, and two stepchildren, Grant and Michelle, and married to the love of her life, Greg. Together, they give back by running the Bridge of Hope Ministry to help St. Rita's orphanage, including some impoverished children in the Philippines, and a priesthood mission in the Diocese of Tanzania. In Lion at Heart, Discovering Courage and Greatness Within, Kai shares her remarkable story and determination in breaking through barriers in her life. Kai Hayes is a 5-foot dynamo of energy, inspiration, and determination who once walked down the dirt roads of the Philippines and today walks across the stage to inspire crowds of thousands with her secrets to personal, spiritual, and leadership growth, which led her to financial success. She's risen from the depths that very few of us can imagine to achieve a level of success that is inspiring to all. Her inspiring story will encourage you to rise above your present day circumstances of fears and failures to become a lion at heart, able to conquer and triumph during the seasons of your life. Featured twice in Business for Home for her story of success, she will inspire you to develop a mindset that breaks through personal barriers. In Lion at Heart, Kai becomes your personal guide and mentor in your life's journeys. So with that, Kai, before I ask any questions about you and your history and your story, you know, with your book there behind you, one of the first questions that everybody's going to ask is, so how do I get a hold of the book?
Perfect question. But first, it is such an honor to be here with you today, Darren. Thank you for the privilege, and I am excited to have a meaningful chat with you this afternoon. So they can find my book at Amazon.com today, right now. So hurry, you guys, and take a photocopy of your receipt or proof of purchase and send it with your email address on my messenger, or send a text message to my cell phone, 512-694-6759. You will be sent back a free ticket to my success meditation class on July 25th. That's Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time. And also, please visit and check my new beautiful website at www.kaihayes.com. And if you wish to support me, please subscribe to my new YouTube channel, Kai Hayes Lifestyle, as well. So for everyone's information, you are buying this book for a good cause, because 10% of the proceeds of the sale of these books shall go to our Bridge of Hope Ministry project allocated to St. Rita Orphanage in the Philippines and our priesthood mission in Diocese of Tanzania. So you are literally buying this book for a good cause. And thank you, Darren.
Well, Kai, since a lot of it's tied to your name, well, I guess we can see how your name is spelled. I know that Kai people may be thinking, how do I spell Kai? But it's written right across the book, right behind you, Kai. So wonderful. Check out those websites. If you get a chance, check them out, get a book. And it's awesome that you're donating some of the proceeds back to these orphanages. That's wonderful. Hey, so Kai, tell us about, well, look, you and I have been interacting together for, I don't know, 5 years or so, because I've been at LifeVantage for 5 years. And you've always inspired me with you. I've heard you tell your story a few times, and your ability to overcome circumstances that in today's world, so many people think of themselves as a victim for their entire lives, but you have really just dug in and fought to overcome. Why don't you share with all of us your story? If somebody hasn't had that chance, tell us your story.
Okay, I'd be delighted to, Darren. Thank you. But before I tell you about my story, please allow me first to extend my deepest gratitude for writing the foreword of my book, Lion at Heart. Thank you. Eternally grateful to you, Darren, because your powerful words are embedded in my book and no one can take that away.
Well, thank
so
you.
It's such an honor.
Thank you for asking me to write it. It was a pleasure.
It's such an honor. So back to my story. I am originally from the Philippines, youngest of the 4 siblings. I lived a life of poverty. At age 25, I was summoned to take responsibility for my 2 parents and 2 grandparents. At age 33, I became a single mom only after being married for 3 years. But blessed with my one and only son, Nico, he became my biggest inspiration. And by the grace of God, I broke the chain of poverty in my family. Then I became a successful corporate executive, and later, through hard work, of course, I was blessed to own my Asian telecommunications company based in UK, which gave me a great lifestyle. I can still remember it was 1998. Life was good. Recession came, I was invincible. But things changed when I decided to remarry and migrated with my son in the US in 2003. I then married Greg and sold my company and left my whole entire life in Manila and began a new life here in the US. And in 2004, we began our Bridge of Hope ministry project, supporting St. Rita Orphanage in the Philippines. And in 2017, up to present, we added the priesthood mission in Diocese of Tanzania. And being a stay-home mom in the US for 5 years, I got bored. So in 2008, I found myself as a business banker at Wells Fargo Bank, but truly was unhappy. I mean, modesty aside, Darren, my productivity was equivalent to 3 bankers. But it was always been my choice not to stay in a cubicle scheme. So I began searching for a better way to be able to run my own show like I did before. So in 2011, I embraced the network marketing business model for the first time. But it has been such a glorious ride, because all I knew before was to trade time for money, right? Leverage income. Where have you been all my life? And with LifeVantage, matched with Darren Jensen as the captain of the ship, wow, that's a perfect storm. And you are by no doubt, Darren, a champion. We are blessed to be led by you and your entire crew. And it's an honor to work with a champion. So this is now our 10th year anniversary with LifeVantage, and we created an Elite Pro 8 rank. And the good news is, last year, 2019, Greg turned his back away from the corporate world, which he served for 37 years. And we also settled in our new, beautiful, brand new home early this year. Now, Greg and I wake up together, we travel together, and the biggest takeaway for me was writing a book on leadership, personal, and spiritual growth. And that's truly life-changing for me, Darren, because I am no longer the same person as I was before. It's a total transformation from the time I made the decision to change my trajectory of my life, and I felt good about it. And now I can take my business to the next level, becoming a role model to serve and inspire, sharing my tough and incredible journey in life, as well as encourage everyone that it's possible to achieve your dreams and thrive in life versus just surviving, right? After all, aren't we all called to do great things in life? Back to you, Darren.
Kai, just a random question. As I was sitting here listening to you tell about your life, I've moved and lived in other countries a couple of times in my lifetime, and it's tough. I mean, it's a big change. And I was thinking about you going through that change of moving from the Philippines to the United States, getting married, immigrating, coming in. That must have been really hard. I mean, talk about a transformative experience that I mean, so many people have never been through that. But how did I mean? There must have been a lot of fear involved. I mean, there was a lot of unknown that you were facing at the time. How do you overcome that? That's just my random question as I'm thinking, how does one overcome that? Because that's a huge potential
That's a
fear.
powerful question. Thank you, Darren. Yeah, because I was in fear, braving the unknown. It was difficult. And remember, I left my family, my parents, my other siblings, and just me and my son, and embracing a new married life, right? In a totally new country. And it was scary. In fact, I developed a bit of a depression in the first few years, and anxiety because the adjustment period, because I missed the career life, and I was a single, I was a stay-home mom. Can you believe that? But you know what, I am very, very kind of like independent, and I faced my my fears, and I said, this is going to work, because if I did what I did in the past, getting out of poverty, braving the unknown, and supporting five mouths, I mean, I can do anything that I want to be, that who I can be. So I fought a good fight. And you know what, because I always have in mind to flourish. It was never in my mind to get defeated. I have that winning attitude. I think that's the key to my success. I always have that winning attitude. I'm a big dreamer, but I make sure that I put legs in my dreams.
I think attitude is just so important. And, as I look at the rising generations, if we can help them develop that winning attitude, that attitude where they will know that they'll overcome, then I know the world is in a very good place to be. So, so Kai, looking at your book, so you moved to another country, something that many people have never done, but also so many people say, you know what, I'm going to write a book, or I'm going to do this or that, and they never do. But you did write a book. What? Why did you decide to write it? I mean, what was why did you decide to do it?
Yeah, basically it all began when I experienced massive transformation in my life's journey. From the time I broke the chain of poverty in my family, as well as my various accomplishments in the past that I achieved throughout the years of my life struggle. Plus the biggest transformation I had with LifeVantage which was totally the highlight of my life in terms of leadership, personal and spiritual growth. And it was actually 4 years ago when God prompted me consistently to write a book, but I fought him hard. I told myself, I can't write a book. I felt inadequate and I felt unqualified. And I told myself, I'm not as profound as many others who are highly educated, but that promptings grew stronger and stronger. And I literally fought hard with the lies in my thoughts that I'm not worthy. So in the end, I had to say yes and obey with no questions asked. So then that's when I discover I am fulfilling another important purpose in my life, another mission, and I have to champion a new cause. So I am proud to say that I wrote this book, Darren, because I believe that a book is an opportunity to use our voice for the voiceless. I was inspired to write a book because I want to be the voice for the invisible. The invisible are the poor, the orphans, the old, the sick, and the underdog I was once before. And I simply want to send a message to let everyone know that they need to be heard, they need to be seen, and they need to tell themselves invisible no more. And I know it's hard. It's hard to put that in action, especially when you are in front of obstacles, right? But I began to believe that every person has a story to be told. We are the author of our own life. And that's actually the 11th chapter of my book. And our story can potentially inspire, motivate, even change people's lives. And this is the truth, Darren. If we have many unsung heroes, we too have many untold stories. So it gave me the courage to put it in writing, and I felt accomplished. But I admit it's not easy to write a book, let alone writing my life's journey, my struggles, my pains, challenges, obstacles, gosh, barriers and after barriers, it actually put me back to tears. And the process was very emotional as I wrote my book. But I told myself, this world is wounded and we are all patching holes in our lives. And as we face hurdles in our lives, aren't we also called to be shepherds? Because if we reach out to people, if we educate and help them to reach success, isn't that showcasing the best of our humanity? So I strongly believe that this is what we are here for on earth, Darren, to leave a positive mark on earth. Look, everyone is aching and shouting for freedom, right? I get it. True freedom is hard to achieve, but it's still possible if we help uplift one another. So this book, Lion at Heart, it will encourage my readers to fight for freedom. And when you achieve it, you guys, mark your freedom, because God did not create people to own people. Back to you, Darren.
I was thinking to myself also while you were speaking, did writing your book and kind of summarizing your life and telling your story, did it help you understand who you were better? I mean, did you come out with did it change any of your perspectives on your life? Did it make you more grateful in a way to say, you know what, I'm actually glad for the person that I am, for the things that I've had to overcome? Was there any like cathartic moment, or what, did it change any perspectives of yours?
In terms of being proud of myself, of being there, feeling like I'm on top of everyone else, it didn't change me at all, because I still believe that I was the Kai before, and the Kai Hayes right now is just totally the same. I remember where I came from. And then, but in terms of leadership, in terms of personal growth and spiritual growth, I believe that I can offer valuable inspiration, valuable information that many people can be inspired, that I can help them to give them hope, to give them something that to give them an inspiration that they too are valuable, they too are important, that they too can get out and unleash themselves and bring out that lion in their hearts, because we are all important, we are all valuable in this society. We just need to find a reason for us to flourish. There is a mission in every individual. And sadly, a lot of people don't know. They haven't discovered their mission in life. But if they can dig deep into their heart and unleash that fear, unleash that inadequacy, they too can flourish, and they too can achieve success in every aspect of their lives.
Agree. Well, Kai, you mentioned about chapter 11 in your book. You are the author of your life. For those of you who have not had a chance to look at Kai's book, I got a little preview of it coming out. There are 11 chapters as you go through, and one of them, chapter 7, is called "Ambition is the Fuel to Success." And I thought that was a good chapter, and I think it's kind of appropriate for what we've been talking about. Can you share with us a little bit about ambition is the fuel to success?
Absolutely. And honestly, I love that chapter as well. Most of us have ambitions, and they're not difficult to give thought to, right? But the question is, are people going to match their ambition with sacrifice? Ambition is our fuel to success. To be successful, You've got to have an ambition, and that ambition must be powerful enough for us to sustain all the barriers that we need to break through. That's why ambition equals perseverance. Ambition matched with perseverance is vital in reaching success. Perseverance can potentially provide access to the things that could help people achieve success. And most often than not, people turn their back easily on things that they are pursuing because they can't resist the temptation to quit and give up. They simply stop believing in themselves. And I get it. It's easy to give up. You know, human nature, Darren, it's easier to not do anything than continuing to push themselves and face hurdles in life just to accomplish a mission, right? So who wants to suffer? It boils down now to how bad do you want to thrive? How bad do you want to change? How bad do you want to create the lifestyle that others have? It's all about the magnitude of one's ambition. And you've got to have that burning desire and also the urgency to get out of your current situation if it's not acceptable to you. But if people want to settle for less, then so be it. But if they want something in life more than just what they currently have, then I'd say set your goals, prepare your mind, body, and spirit. Let no one stop you. The ambition is set, you are focused. It's like a car race. You're pressing the accelerator to a maximum speed, right? In order for you to finish the track and win the race. But make sure to check you've got a full tank to reach your desired destination, meaning 100% commitment. And then ask yourself, what are you fighting for? It is only then you will achieve success. Because first, you must find a reason to fight for something. Identify your cause. What are you championing for? That is very important. It is your why, and it must be non-negotiable. Make sure you are committed to putting every ounce of effort that you need in order for you to achieve your why. Because when the going gets tough, just ask yourself, are you willing to give it up for others to take it? In my case, Darren, I wasn't. I want financial success as much as I want to breathe. I do not wish to go back in poverty. So please allow me to share what I quoted in this particular chapter, actually. I said, don't just watch people live their dreams. Follow them and learn their best practices. Then begin creating your own dreams. Thank you.
That's good. Well, Kai, of the 11 chapters that you wrote, do you have a favorite? And if so, which one and why?
This is a hard question, Darren, because I love all the 11 chapters.
It's like your children when they say, do you have a favorite child? Oh, no, I love them all.
Yeah, it's hard, right? It's a very hard question. But if I were to pick one, I would say chapter 9, A Life Neutralized by Prayer. Why is it significant to live a life neutralized by prayer? It is to acknowledge God and deny arrogance. And what is a life neutralized by prayer? What do I mean by that, Darren? For me, neutralized means obtaining balance and equilibrium. And in life, we all need to attain that because no one can do great things on their own. We all need people around us, people who raise our standards, people who support our cause, people who help us become the better version of ourselves. And more so, we all need God in our lives. If you do not have God in your life, find him. I did. I ignored his calls for many years, but I learned to acknowledge his presence and put him on top of my life. And then I later become much stronger fighting against all odds. And as I get defeated, I just find myself standing stronger and moving on. He is basically my constant companion. He was there during my hours of frailty. And I began acknowledging his presence and accepted him as the lamp unto my feet. So allow me to share these 4 benefits of living a life neutralized by prayer. Number 1, personal transformation. Fervent prayers changes us in a positive way. Some of the greatest miracles come at the greatest cost, right? Therefore, it is good. It is good to not allow laziness to get in our way of our prayer life. Second, divine revelation. Not only we get to change, But we faithful believers witness the promises of the scripture come alive within us. The way to prosperity, healing, and breakthrough that are written in each page of the Bible become real in our lives with prayer. Third is spiritual rejuvenation. We all get burned out. I get it. But the difference between the weak and the strong is that the weak have the tendency to retreat from prayer, while the strong run to prayer. So make prayer a routine. Do not stop praying. Pray more. And then the fourth is demonic elimination. For when we pray, demons, curses, and negative thoughts such as lies, doubts get eliminated. One key result of the lifestyle of prayer is a victory over the enemy. So just like in the battle, you need to be skilled. You need to have full armor, physically, mentally, and spiritually to fight and win. And that is why a life neutralized by prayer can move mountains. Prayer is my foundation, Darren. It's my constant. So every time I'm faced with making challenging decisions, yes, I turn to prayers. And prayers can come in many forms. Maybe some people call it meditation. That is as beautiful as prayers. So with every success, even every little success, learn to take time to be grateful. Expressing gratitude is a sign of humility and meekness. Whether you're rich or you're poor, we all go through things in life. There is no single person who actually is spared from afflictions. And the greatest equalizer in life is sickness and death. Yet prayer makes a difference in our lives. And there are two choices in life, Darren, to be a child of light or a child of darkness. So my advice is become an expert in prayer during times of calm so you can pray like an expert in times of crisis.
Good advice. Good advice. Well, Kai, our time is running very short. I mean, it always goes by so fast. But just one final question to you. Typically, I ask everyone that I speak with that if you could give us some important piece of advice, something that might motivate us or inspire us or help us do something, bring happiness or joy into our lives or fulfillment in some way, what would you recommend? And it doesn't need to be tied necessarily to the book or to LifeVantage or anything, but something that we could do today. What advice would you give us?
Perfect question. It is a fact that many of us, Darren, truly wants to reach success in every aspect of life, right? And who doesn't want to flourish? Nobody. Every single individuals wants to win and to live a happy life, a successful life, and it is inevitable. So here's my question to our audience and our viewers. Do you want to achieve success and happiness, whether in life or in business? And if you truly do, here's my advice. Get rid of the 3 words in your vocabularies. Number 1, obstacles. Number 2, excuses. Number 3, detractors. How and why? Number 1, obstacles. In every obstacle in life, there is a solution. Find a solution. When it's fixed, get over it and move on. Plug back into your mission and vision, relaunch your life or your business, and stay laser focused. Second, excuses. Stop being lazy. Stop procrastinating. You are hurting no one but yourself. Make a choice. Make a decision. And once you do, 100% consistent execution or action is needed. Don't look back. And third, detractors. Know in your heart that you can't please everyone. That is a given. Some people will do everything to find something wrong with you. But you only get hurt when you allow people to hurt you. Make them invisible in your life. Go past them, away from them. Because if you pay attention and listen to their lies, it will weaken you and you will fail. Why make them win? Back to you, Jared.
Well, thank you, Kai, and great advice there. You know, it was a pleasure talking to you, learning more about your life story, hearing about your book. Congratulations. Again, for everybody, it's available right now on Amazon. Go and order it. And also we'll put information out in the comment section about what you were saying, that if you were to send in a copy of the receipt or something, that you'll get them free access into your, was it what type of seminar was it again?
Success meditation class. Yes, success
Excellent.
meditation class on July 25th. If they have a receipt that they have purchased the book, they will be able to get a free copy of that for those who are early birds. Yes.
Well, wonderful. Well, Kai, it's a pleasure as always. Best of luck and success with your new book. And
definitely. Definitely. And once again, Darren, please receive my deepest gratitude for interviewing me today and showcasing my biggest accomplishment, my book, Lion at Heart, Discovering Courage and Greatness Within. I thank you again for your outstanding leadership to all of us. And, you know, you are my inspiration, and to all of us. What an incredible human being you are. Thank you for giving us all this memorable experience throughout our journey in LifeVantage. So I enjoyed our chat today. Well, thank you. And I hope that I provided a great insight, inspiration, motivation, and encouragement to our viewers. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Well, thank you, Kai. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. We know that life is hectic now, and but we're glad that you took time out from your busy schedule today to get to know Kai better and to get to know a little bit about her book. So hope to see you soon, all in person. We'll see you later. Thanks.
Ciao.
Bye.